What's up guys, my name is John, welcome to another video. In today's video we'll be doing another Gutenberg tutorial, and this is all about how to create reusable blocks inside your Gutenberg editor so that it'll save you some time and really just make content creation a whole lot quicker. So without further ado, let's jump on into the video. Alright guys, so I'm here inside of a brand new blog post here in my WordPress dashboard. This is my demo site that I've been showing you how to do some Gutenberg editing in. And all we're going to do here is we're going to work on showing you how to create some reusable blocks. Some of the blocks that I use to make my blog post creation just a whole lot easier and a whole lot faster. So, we're not even going to really put a blog post title in here because we're really just working on just creating some blocks. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click here to add a block. I'm going to go up and I'm going to click on this plus sign, and I'm really just going to click on paragraph. Now that is the default, so I'm just going to click here. So the first block I'm going to create is an affiliate disclaimer. Basically, if you're an affiliate marketer, you have to put a disclaimer on your website. It's really helpful to have one just at the bottom of your page on any page. So putting one in the footer would be great, but it's also very helpful to put one inside of each and every blog post where you're going to put affiliate links. So I've got some text on my clipboard. Just going to click here, copy, and then I'm just going to paste that in. Now, there it is. It's just some simple text. It says, we're an affiliate. We hope you love the products we recommend. Just so you know, we may collect a share of sales or other compensation from the links on this page. Thank you if you use our links. We really appreciate it. Simply put, we're saying, hey, by the way, we've got some links here in this content. They could be affiliate links, and we might make a commission if you use the links. Just lets them know. Super easy disclaimer. Okay. And basically what I like to do is I like to put it in my blog post at the very top of the page. It's one of the first things they see, and it just gets it out of the way. So to take this paragraph and to make it really just pop, I'm going to take the we're an affiliate portion, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to make it bold. Really super easy to do. It just really draws your eye in, that bold text. And then I'm going to go over to the block settings tab on the right hand side of the screen, and I'm going to go down to color. Now what I like to do here is I like to give it a background color. This really makes it pop, really makes it stand out, kind of separates it from the rest of the post. So I'm going to click on custom color, and then I'm going to use my slider and I'm just going to pull it over to a color that I like. Let's go with something in this turquoise or this teal range. And then, that might be a little bit bright, and with the black text, it might be a little hard to read on some screens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this slider, and I'm just going to drag it across, and just really tone down some of that color. Just find a happy medium there. You can even lighten it up a little bit. There we go. And now, that really looks good. Now, you can use whatever color you want. There's no mandated color here. It's really a great opportunity to pull in your branding of your site into your blog post, so use whatever color you want. The other thing is I also like to make this text just a little bit smaller, so I'll go to custom size, and I'll just, I don't know, my default text on this website, on my demo site, is I believe 16, so I'm going to make it probably, let's go, or maybe it's 18. Yeah, it's 18, so let's just take it to 14. And that just makes it a little bit smaller. It might be, you know what, let's go back to 16. Just a little bit smaller. Okay? Now, we've got our block done, but at this point, we'll have to use this block in this blog post, and then in the next one, we'll have to create it again, which means you'll have to keep the same color, and which means you'll have to copy the hex code, and then put it in and put the text in, and yada yada. So the whole idea of this video is to make reusable blocks, and it's super easy to do. So with the block selected, you're going to go to the three dots for options, and then you're going to scroll down or just go down to add to reusable blocks. And what this does is when you click there, it's going to bring up this pop-up. And it says create reusable block. You're just simply going to type in what the block is called. So in this case, it's going to be an affiliate disclaimer, just like that. I've already got this block created because I used it in a previous video, which you probably saw. If you haven't, you can check it out here or here. But basically, I showed you how to create a blog post, start to finish, using just the Gutenberg editor. And since I've already done that, I don't have to do that again. I'm going to click cancel, and I'm going to click delete block. And what that will do, or remove block, and then I'm going to show you how to put in this reusable block. So you're going to click here, click the plus sign, and then you're just going to search for whatever your block is called. So affiliate disclaimer, and there's my block. If you go over here to browse all, you have these 3 tabs right here underneath the search bar. You have blocks, patterns, and reusable. Basically, this is the home for whatever reusable blocks that you've created. You can simply click here, go to reusable, and there's all of your blocks. If you hover over it, well, that's interesting. If you Alright, so if you click here, go to the plus sign, and so you got the 3 tabs underneath the search bar. You got blocks, patterns, and reusable. Click on reusable, but here's the one it is right here. You're going to click, and that's just going to insert it right into your blog post. There we go. And the settings should stay the same. Alright, so there's one reusable block. Let's create another one. Okay, so the next reusable block that I like to create is going to be a table of contents. You can use a plugin for this, something like Easy Table of Contents, but I really like to limit the number of plugins I have, just for a simple, I don't want my website to be slow because I have a lot of plugins. I do use the Ultimate Add-ons for Gutenberg plugin already, just for some added blocks. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the Table of Contents block from that, and I'm going to make it a reusable block. Quick trick here is you can add in a block by simply hitting the / and then you can search. You can say table, and there's your options. If you don't have this, it's probably because you don't have the ultimate add-ons for Gutenberg, but if you do, you can click on table of contents. This is a super easy table of contents. You can see that there's already something in here. That's for a block that I've got down below this that I'm going to show you in just a second. But basically, the reason I use this is I use this table of contents block, and then I turn it into a reusable block because it saves my settings. If you were to you could jazz this one all up, make it look exactly how you want it, or like you want it to look. And then if you go here and you add it in again, it's going to look just like the default ultimate add-ons table of contents. It's not going to look like the one you've already created. So it's the same kind of thing. You're going to have to add it in, and then you're going to have to change how it looks to fit your needs or to fit your branding. Same thing is I'm going to go over here, and in the block settings, you can tell the table of contents what headings you want to be added into your table of contents. So if I click on all of these, basically it's going to have in no headings. Okay, but if I click in to add some of these in, it's going to show up all the headings in the post are going to be there. You can also click on scroll, and there's some cool options here. You got smooth scroll. You can do show the scroll to the top, and that's basically the little button here, and that you click on it and it scrolls you to the top of the blog post. That's kind of cool. You can change that to fit your branding as well by choosing. You can choose the icon color, so you can say that's white, and then you can change the background color to blue. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? You can go to content, and then under content you can choose alignment, you can choose space from the bottom of the page, you can choose your typography if for some reason you need to put in some typography. You can change the typography, you can change the heading colors. There you can go to collapsible, and you can simply click this little toggle switch and it makes it collapsible. So just like that, where you click on this icon or on the table itself, and it collapses all the subheadings in there, so you don't have to see them all. And then what I actually like to do is I like to click on this as well as for keep collapsed initially. That means it's going to be like this from the start, and then you have to click on it to open it up. You can change bullet point color. So the little bullet points here, you can change the color. Basically anything and everything you want to do here. You can change the color of the content to black. You can do the hover be blue. That's basically where you go and you hover over it, and it changes to blue. You can change it to whatever color by clicking on custom and then dragging it to wherever you want it to be, just like that. You can go to style. You can go to background color. Say if you want to change the overall background of the table of contents, you can do that as well. That might be a bit much. You can change the width. You can do custom width, and you can make it 100%, so it goes from one side of the content section to the other content section, or to the other side. So full width of the not necessarily the screen, but the full width of the content. You can change that down to 60 or 70 or whatever percentage you want. You can change the padding. I usually like to give a little bit of padding, or a little bit of margin for the list itself, just like that, so it's not really clumped together. You can change the border to a few different things here. I like to do a solid border. You can change the width of the border to as thick as you want. That might be a little bit excessive. I usually go with a 1 or 2. And then you can also change the border radius, so you can round off the borders, or you can round off the corners. Generally, you could do something like 5 is about the max I usually do on that. I'm going to reset. Change the border color to match your branding, just like that. Kind of cool. Yeah, so that's basically the options you have there, and the more subheadings you put there, the more items it'll show up in the table of contents. So you've got this all styled, and just like I said, if you were to go in and add it again, you'd have to redo it. So once you have this styled, you simply click on the 3 dots for the options, go down to add reusable blocks, and then you name it table of content. Oh, I cannot type. Just like that. Click save. It'll add it to your reusable blocks. Some of the formatting sometimes changes, like for some reason the background color doesn't stick. It goes back to this sort of default gray. And then you see this text in here, and that's fine, but that's on the post level. So when you go on to the next blog post and you add this block in it, it'll pull in the headings from that blog post you're working on, not from this one. So if that makes sense, it'll show up with the relevant headings in here. Okay, so that's another block you can create, and all you got to do is just click add reusable block. Boom. And then from then on, you can simply just pick that block and add it in. Really super simple, quick, saves you a lot of time, and it helps you create content a lot faster. Okay, so we're affiliate bloggers, right? We're affiliate marketers. One of the biggest things we do is we recommend products. So when you're working on your blog articles, like I showed you in my last video, once again, you can check that video out by the link in the description. But basically, we recommend products, and one of the best ways to do that is create a product section in a blog post that has a little bit of information about the product, has a site stripe image from Amazon or from our affiliate program, and then maybe a button. You can do that, and you can have that as a section, and you can save that entire section as a reusable block. Let me show you how. So I'm going to scroll down, and this is the affiliate product or demo product that I put in my last video for my product, or my, excuse me, my how to be more productive during the day, or whatever that blog article is called, right? Or how to structure your day to be more productive, right? And so this is the product that I use. It's just a productivity planner, and I created this section using just a heading or a subheading, a little bit of text, a site stripe image, a button with the link, and then I also created a pros and cons. We'll get to that in a minute. So if I want to take this all right here and create a reusable block, so the last block I'm going to show you is a pros and cons block. I'm going to add in, so there's a couple of different ways to do a pros and cons block. You can simply do, this is what I did in my last blog, or my last video, and you can simply click here and you can do the same thing, add reusable blocks. You can say simple pros and cons, and then all you got to do is you click here, same thing we've been doing this whole time, click the add reusable blocks, simple pros and cons, bada bing. Okay, boom, there we go. The other way you can do it is you can click the plus sign, you can do columns 50-50, you can type in paragraph, you can type in the pros, you can type, and you can click on this to center align it, you can make it bold, you can go and make it a little bit bigger, so maybe 24, just like that. You can do the same thing with your cons. Bold, center, 24, just like that. Okay. Let's do the pros first. You can change the color. Now, what I like to do is I like to actually make the background of this a color. Okay, so I'll do this. I'm going to do green for go. Maybe not quite that bright, but you get the idea. So there's my pros. Then I'm going to make the text white. You can make it black. You can make it whatever color, as long as you can still see it clearly. I like white, just me. You do the same thing over here. Do color. You're going to go background color. And yeah, the general thing is red. And then I'm going to change the color to white on the text. There we go. And then in this column, right below it, you're just going to hit return, and you're going to have another block. You can create your pros and cons list here. Let's just say blocks are easy to create. Saves you time, and it's consistent. Okay, we're going to take this, we're going to highlight it all, and then we're going to simply turn this into a list by clicking on the paragraph symbol and going down to list. There we go. We're going to do the same thing over here. I can't think of any, but so we're just going to put no cons. Same thing, we're going to turn this into a list. There we go. And it's just as easy as that. So you just simply do the same thing. Click here, sort of in between there, just like that, to highlight the entire section or the entire block. Click your three dots, add reusable block. You can do you can call it two column. You can call it fancy, pros and cons. There you go. Boom. And all now you do is you just enter this in, change whatever it is you want to change. There you go. It's really that easy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can do tables the same way if you're just doing a basic kind of informational or data table. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's really how you create reusable blocks in order to save you time and really to help you create content faster. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, pop those in the comment section below, and I will get back to you. And if you want to see more great tutorials on Gutenberg or really anything else, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notifications when I put out a new video. And that's it, guys. I will see you in the next video.